little chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Set to kick off.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Sanders first carry of the game. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Down at the 31.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And that's incomplete.
A good play on the ball, getting a hand on it, but it was tipped up in the air before falling incomplete. And that leads to way too many moments where bad things can happen for a defense and good things can happen for an offense. And this is tough to teach in today's football because everyone wants to make a highlight play. Tip it up in the air, grab it yourself, take it the other way. But sometimes that can backfire. How do you teach these guys to just make the good, solid, fundamental play of knocking it to the ground and not trying to make a highlight reel play that could backfire?
And that is incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd down, Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's to the 10. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Yeah, this will be a touchback.
At their own 25
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. On play action, Winston. And able to find Conley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football.
The 34-yard
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go play action. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. From the red zone now, Winston. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for the rookie Brandon Ayuk. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll hand it down to Geis. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this foot. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there, and this remains a 7-point game.
Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Going deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Complete to
John Ross
Touchdown,
on his way to a
Cincinnati.
monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point.
After.
And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second down, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Jordan Evans on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Miami Dolphins.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Tackle made at his 40.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Play action now. Winston. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down from the 24. They'll go again on 2nd and 10. To the air again with Winston. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Play fake. Winston. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that gets him back within 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal for the offense. 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach.
It got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
2 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Gain of 11 on the play.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown,
Drew Sample,
Cincinnati.
his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Jameis to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. Again, it's Winston. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half here. Winston. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jakeem Grant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half.
Stephen Hauschka sent to kick off.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down, Winston. Flush to his right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
57 flip.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Mixon with a first down carry. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. It does, though, set up 3rd and manageable.
In every play this run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a 3rd and manageable, nice decision-making, and took care of the football.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got some space here. Looks, there he goes right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Cincinnati.
Joe Mixon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Bengals 33, Dolphins 15. Randy Bullock to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll fire this deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
A gain of 50 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout, and they hook up again for another big play.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
The 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So that'll back him up 5. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So on fourth down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And that is not going to go for Bullock. It's left to the upright, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
33.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
57's the mic. Watch 57. All right, T.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10.
36 the mic. Get him. Get him. Get him. Green, come and see. 36. Easy. Hey, set the tone, defense. Hey, let's go.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game.
Line 36. Line, easy. Green, come and see.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On first down, Nixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
Number 28.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And a Bengal first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
To
Marcus Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha macha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams, 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring, this for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner, only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner, juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers, only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger, only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought, yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me, yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve, yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought, yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me, yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve, yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill, yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Kick it and go, kick it and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, mubby the shoes.